Hello, Internet. James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing Management Simulation Buzz Aldrin Space Program Manager. In it, you guide NASA or the Russian Space Agency on their goal of reaching the moon and landing a man on it and safely returning them back to Earth. Game is turn-based, where one turn equals a season, so there's 4 turns per year. You can play the game either in a single-player campaign, where you're racing against the other country to get to the moon first, or sandbox mode, which doesn't have an opponent. You can also play multiplayer online using Slitherine's play-by-email system that automatically saves it and lets the opponent know when it's their turn, which works well in this setting. So we'll just start a single-player campaign as the U.S. We're going to put it on normal difficulty, which will give me a lot more money so I can show off the game more easily. Hard provides a good challenge where you kind of have to pick and choose which programs to run and which ones to skip over. Alright, so NASA is ready to go. It shows this little map of Cape Canaveral Kennedy Space Center. The interface is not great. There are no tooltips, so you really kind of have to learn the game just by either reading the manual or playing it. There's no tutorial either. There is a quick start guide in the manual, but that's not the same as having a guided in-game tutorial. That said, there's also it's pretty hard to kind of navigate through. In order to access your missions and the components in your missions, it takes way more clicks than, you know, simply putting the information here on the front screen. So first thing I need to do, I need to build my mission control center, which I will. I need to build my vehicle assembly building. I should upgrade my research center so I can afford those people. What you do is you basically assign people tasks to research your things, and then you have your flight control people manage the missions as they go up into space, and then your astronauts actually go into the things. So first thing I'm going to do is open a couple programs here. I'll probably open 2. I'll do an Earth orbiting research satellite. You don't have to necessarily do it in order, which is kind of nice. So I'm actually going to skip over Explorer 1 and go straight for the Pegasus satellite just for fun. So I'll open that program. So I need to pick a rocket, which I can't yet because my thing is not complete. But what I can do is start researching the satellite. So I have a couple people that are somewhat decent at space probes. So I'm going to assign those 2 people from the get-go. The other people I might pull to kind of upgrade their stats and kind of cycle them in and out, but so at least get a little bit of research going. And I'm also going to open up the Project Mercury. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. So we'll open that up too. And again, I need to wait for my vehicle assembly building to get that going. But I can research some crewed spacecraft here, and I'm going to pull this other guy in for training to try to boost his stats. So I'm going to give him rocket training. I also want to hire 2 other people. You can't sort this list, and it doesn't tell you what any of these little icons mean, although once you play enough you kind of learn what they are. And for some reason it puts the good people at the bottom. I don't really know why. So we'll pick those 2. So they'll go into basic training, and then eventually they'll be available. And I'll be able to get some more people once that building unlocks itself. So this is basically all I can really do for now until my vehicle assembly building and stuff gets built. So we're just going to end the season. You can see you get research done on a couple of these components. Once they get up to about 80%, then you can do a launch. It'll let you know what your opponent is doing. It gives you a little rundown of all the things that happened. We choose to go to the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. So every 4 years, your prestige points, which you get by doing cool things, will get you more money. So that's kind of the goal there. So now I'm just kind of waiting for these guys to get done, so I can actually hire 5 people here. Again, I wish this could be sorted, but it can't. That's not great. Ratings. 50s are okay. 50s are okay. And one more. So I'm going to hire all these people. And then as soon as they're done, I'm going to give them advanced training because I'm not going to be flying any missions for a bit. Because I really want to wait for research to get done on all these components. You can also adjust how much of your budget goes towards morale in the department, so you can kind of pay them more money and they're happier. Hooray. Just like real life. So kind of increase both of those a little bit. Like I said, the interface is not great. If you want to get to your what actual programs you're running, you have to click on the folder, click on the managed programs, click on the program, and then scroll through the different missions in it. The only way you can tell which missions you've done is whether the goals that are achieved show up here on the side, which is kind of insane. Is my vehicle assembly? No, it's not done yet. One more season. Now it should be done. Get some random events as well. Vehicle assembly is done. SET upgrade is done, so I can afford more people here, which is good because my rockets need to start going. But I gotta wait until next year before I hire more people, which I will. Alright, so let's see what rockets I need. So let's see what the Pegasus needs, if I can actually do these rockets. No, I can't. I actually have to upgrade my vehicle assembly building first, which is annoying. There we go, yeah, let's upgrade that. Yes. But I might be able to afford the rocket for Project Mercury, which I can't. So let's do one that can do more stuff. This one's not too bad. For now, anyway. I don't want to waste my money on something I can't do much with. I mean, all that can do is suborbital, and that's not great. See, this one's rocket, but it's not. They can go around the moon, but not with a person. So I think I'm just going to do this one. Alright, see who's good at rockets. You guys are sort of. Sort of. Yeah, so this is the human one for Mercury. So I kind of want to use the human rocket there, and I'll use the regular rocket with the other one once I upgrade my complex. Alright, very good. Yeah. Okay, so you are ready to go. I'm going to stick you... what am I going to do with you? You're better at rockets, which I don't have yet, so I'm going to put you on rocket research. Oh yeah, these guys are ready to go, so I can upgrade them. So I'm just going to increase whatever their best stat is, so they're better at their best thing. And we'll see how that goes. Because I don't need these guys yet until I start launching stuff, which is not going to be for a bit until my parts get up to higher reliability. Alright, oh yeah, I can afford more people now, good. Alright, so let's hire. Oh, anybody with 50s is decent. '60s is even better. That's pretty good. Alright, so I've got 6 more people. As soon as they undergo basic training, then I'll be able to assign them. Is my VAB? No, it's still going. Okay, vehicle assembly building's ready, so I can actually afford my Pegasus rocket. There we go. So let's do one that can actually go to the moon. Let's do this one. Now I'm losing a ton of money every year, though. Well, that was a poor decision, wasn't it? That's me not paying attention. No, that's not what I want. Manage rocket programs. Can I close this? Still losing money. Alright, let's not open one that's as expensive, because I can't bleed money. I'm not going to be able to afford stuff. Which is unfortunate. It's because I have so many people. I kind of have grown too quickly because I wanted to show things off. Really need to get one of these programs launched so I can get some prestige. Actually, kind of need to fire some people, to be honest. Yeah, that's how much they cost us. Let me see. I don't really need Evo people yet. I shouldn't have gotten 14. Sorry, buddy. I think I'm gonna mess myself up. Really need to... Might do this. It's probably not a good idea, though. Change the budget allocation there. Alright. I'm gonna run out of money soon, I think. Because you need money to launch the missions. Might close Project Mercury for now. TBH. See, that's six. I don't have $9,000 to open that rocket thing. Might have to close Pegasus. No, I don't, but don't have a choice. Because this is the only one that I have stuff for. I need to get these things researched. Alright, well, we're going to focus on this then. Really, I need to get rid of the fluff that isn't doing anything. Especially if they're not good at anything, like this guy's terrible. 70s is good, though. Alright, let me just boost these stats. Budget is okay. I still don't think I'm going to have enough money to launch. I need to really get some prestige and boost my budget up. Alright. 60% and 50%. Not great. We might see some spectacular failures here. Getting up to 70. They got into space first, not surprisingly. Yeah, there's two guys that are idle. Well, let's see what we can do here. Oh yeah, these are all full. Yeah, let's just boost up his rocket. Fortunately, spending money doing this, but I will need the rocket expertise eventually. Alright, when is my budget coming up? 6 more seasons. Yeah, I have enough for the minimum budget thing, but... Oh, what are we doing here? What do you say? Relatively safe, 75%. What's going to get boosted? I really need to launch this thing. Let me see here. Cost. I can't afford it. Jeez. It's $38.47. I have $3,000. So I can't afford it even if I wanted to launch. I gotta wait till my budget review. Spent too much money. Yeah, I don't even want to spend the money on that. Those two guys. I'm just gonna let them sit there. I'm just gonna cycle through the turns until I get to the budget review. So I need to get some money. Which is unfortunate. Okay, one more turn. Such a waste. I'm gonna fall so far behind probably. Oh, thank God. 2,000 a turn. Alright, let's launch this stupid thing. Yes, please. Oh. 9 flight controllers. Awesome. Wish I would have known that before. So that means I gotta spend money on an upgrade. And then I gotta hire more flight controllers. Alright, and I gotta wait until they get ready to go. Alright. This is gonna fail spectacularly, I can feel it. Okay, what do I need? 4? Alright, so now I gotta wait for them to finish. Yeah, I know they did. We're doing terrible. It's all my fault. Okay, now I can actually freaking launch this stupid thing. Yeah, let's do that, shall we? Please. Yes, assemble now. Alright, so, first thing you do is you assign your positions. You can have the computer auto-assign them, which is what I'm going to do. But you can go through and kind of hand-pick who you want where, which is pretty cool. So they took all my money, and we're going to launch the mission here at the end of the turn. And I know I have 3 people. Alright, so reliability is extremely high because I'm terrible, so I'm going to launch the mission. I'm going to monitor it from mission control, show you how that looks. Alright, so you launch the button, you see these little cutscenes in the middle. Then every once in a while there'll be a little warning that comes up, and there's basically a percentage chance of success based on which component failed and who's in charge of that part of the flight. So hopefully we'll have a successful launch here. We can move on to the next step in this program. Once you get going in a program and have the basic components done, you go through it real quick the rest of the way. Oh, there's your problem. 54% success. That's not good. Yeah, crap. Cool. %90-something reliability, and then I failed it. That's awesome. Well, that's It's not good. At least there wasn't anybody in there. I do need to get my astronauts ready to go. I guess we're going to retry it. Let's relaunch it. Spend all that money again. I'm not going to do it again. So we're just going to launch it and we'll skip to the outcome. Hey, that one's successful. Yay. Alright, so we finally did that. Alright, so now we can do a suborbital flight. Sort of. Because I'm going to need to get a human-rated rocket going here, which I actually have one. That's right, because I got that a while ago. And now I need these people to research this. Oh, so those guys are done. They've got maximum. Well, that's cool. So actually, I could launch this if I had astronauts for it. Because I need 2. So I got to open up my astronaut house. Just here. Alright, so now I got to wait 2 seasons. Oh yeah, and all those guys got kicked out because they maxed out the research on that. So I can assign one of these guys here. And I think I'm just going to train everything else. Because this is, yeah, that's a maximum value. If I had the money, I'd open up another program, but honestly, at this point, I have so little funds. I think I'm just going to train the rest of these people. And human rockets, because that's what I'm going to kind of focus on. And EVA. Kind of the last couple things here. Alright. So I gotta wait for the astronauts to finish. And it did, so then I need to hire at least 2. Which I will. I like you, and I like the 56 guy. Alright. Alright, so as soon as they're done, I'm launching them. Biosatellite. They're really kicking my butt. You guys ready yet? No. It's taking them a freaking year to get trained up. Seriously. I have a lot of money. So that's a problem I'm not having anymore. So I can train these people a little bit. Yeah, so I'm not even doing like unmanned stuff really. Not for this anyway. Like I said, there's different ways that you can approach your stuff. Due to my mismanagement, we just kind of missed out on probes. Okay, good. My guys are finally ready. Come on, guys. Let's get blasted into space. Alright. Ugh. 10 flight controllers, of course. So that's going to delay me again. This is what I get for not reading the information. Alright. Let me just hire 2 more just for fun. Alright. I really should train the other people. And then in the 3rd season I'll be able to go. Alright, propulsion. Alright, so 3 seasons I'll actually be able to launch because all my people will be done. So that's what I'll do. At least the turn resolution is fast. Alright, now I'm ready to go. Probably the most mismanaged NASA in history. Alright, here we go. Yes, please, for the love of God, launch this thing. 58, that's pretty crappy. Alright, Kevin. First American in space. See how it goes. Alright, we'll watch this one too. See how Kevin fares. You know, and then basically the rest of the game kind of escalates like this. You know, you have different components that you put together, and you can do spacewalks and then go to the moon and stuff. So, you know, it's kind of a gradual progression of missions. And there is some freedom in picking which mission you do next. So that's kind of nice that you don't have to follow the exact historical path of the dead. Like, I didn't do any probes, although I probably should have. Let's see how this goes. Hello! Everything going good? For now, 62%. Come on. Yes. Thank you. Success. You really gain a lot of reliability by completing missions. So once you kind of get a couple successful missions in your belt, the rest of them just kind of become really easy to pass. And then everybody levels up too. They gain experience and better ratings by doing a good job. So this is going to be good. Oh, come on. I was about to say, you better not do it on freaking splashdown. Success! Lots of prestige. Cool. Alright, so orbital flight is done. So they're sending stuff to the moon already. Alright, so again, 3 clicks to get to where I want. So next goal is an uncrewed orbital flight test, which is what I will do. 95%. So I'm going to send this thing up right now. Alright. Still have 5 guys that can undergo training. Debating opening up another mission, but honestly I kinda am iffy on my budget, so I think I'm just gonna kinda stick with where I'm at for right now. Okay. These other 2 I'm gonna train as well, actually. Because your ratings are terrible. Alright. Yeah, the rating is so high. Alright, we'll launch it and skip to the outcome here. Success. Good. So we'll go to the next one. Alright. A lot more money now. Good, good. Alright, so what do I want to do? I'm actually kind of focusing on Mercury for now. Debating opening up a new program. Well, I can't even really do that. I mean, I'll probably do 3 crew after I'm done with the Mercury thing. I can't, there's nothing really else to do because I skipped all the probe stuff. So what I really should do is go back and do research satellites again. What is this thing? Well, that's weird. Alright, let's do the Pegasus again. And then we got to open up a new rocket program, which I have plenty of money for. I want one that can go to the moon, so I think we'll choose this one. Alright, that's set maxed. This is the one I need. Oh, but they're all busy, aren't they? Darn it. Alright, so I need some rocket people. And then I need some people for this thing, too. Everybody's busy. Training and whatever. So I need rocket and space probe. So actually think about hire some more people. Alright, rocket space probes. I gotta hire 5 more. Yeah, 4 is good. What are all these people doing? Training? 2 more seasons? I'll let them do it, then I'm gonna dump them all on that program. Alright. Now, back to Mercury. Boop, boop, boop. Orbital flights. No, obviously I'm going to pick that one. 10 flight controllers. Of course I do. I actually have 2, but I think they're on vacay. Let's do that guy. Alright. So I gotta wait for 10 flight controllers to do that thing. I think I'm training them or something. And then I gotta wait for those people to go to them. There we go. Alright, so now I can do Mercury and I can do the research for the other thing. Alright, so... Right. I want to do people who are bad at rockets, but good at space probes, because I want to use the rocket guys for the rocket. You. Yeah, 80%. Alright. And then I got one guy who's crappy enough. Well, he's a human rocket expert, that's why. So I'm going to train you in EVA suits, because I might need you to do that later. Alright, so now I can actually launch my Mercury thing. There we go. Alright, Kevin. Going into space again. Skip it. Success. Perfect. Alright. Oh good, so there's my lunar and sun probes. Are ready to go now if I so choose. Which is unfortunate because I just opened the other thing. Honestly, I might close this and probe the sun, actually. Because that's interesting. I haven't done that yet. Why? Yeah, apparently I can't. Oh, of course, you have to do the Earth one first, don't you? Can I do the lunar one? Nope. So I guess I don't I guess I can't close that. Alright, back open again. Just wasting my money. No, that was a big waste of time, wasn't it? Alright. Anyway. Orbital flight duration 2. 2 astronauts. Alright, let's get a third then. Yeah, he's on vacation. You're good. Might even do one more. Or 2 more. Alright, so now I gotta wait for 2 astronauts to become available. Which is now. Yeah, I bet they have. Alright, so let's launch this thing. Alright, so that's ready to go. Let's see my other program. How close am I to doing this? Not great, 45. Yeah, the rocket isn't, or the rocket's like nothing. And the satellite isn't really that high either. Alright, we'll watch one more thing and then we'll call it a video. See how we do here. So while that's going on, we'll sum up the game. It's a decent sim. You know, I think if you have an interest in the space program and, you know, the historical nature of it, you'll get a lot more out of it if you're familiar with the components and stuff. It does have interesting decisions to make. Like I said, it's not a linear progression, so there are choices you can make. There's steps you can skip and other choices you can make and combining things and kind of making your own missions. There's a lot of flexibility in choosing which personnel you do, how you train them, where you assign them at, which roles you give all your flight controllers. There's also a lot of randomness in here with the, you know, the warnings during flights. You do have to manage pretty well, or you can run out of money or kind of stall yourself like I did early on in the program. So the random events don't really play too much of a role in it, but they are there. And there's my failure. Awesome. So someone's going to die. Maybe. Yep, catastrophic. A good note to end on. The interface needs better support. It's too many clicks. So there goes Kevin Wright. He's dead now. Too many clicks to get to things. If I'm going to get to my Mercury program, I have to click on the folder, click on Manage Programs, click on Project Mercury, and then click over on whichever mission I want to do. So that's really kind of arduous. You know, I do like that they have this at the bottom of the screen so you can access your rosters and stuff, but you know, the PC has a big enough display where you should be able to access everything with one click from the, you know, from the main screen. You know, with no tooltips, no tutorials, no clear way of seeing which missions you've done already, other than the goals that'll show up and clear off once you've attained them, and just the difficulty in finding things when you're learning the game kind of cuts down on the accessibility of it. I do like the difference between the campaign and the sandbox modes. I really like the inclusion of online multiplayer where it saves your turn so you can kind of battle against somebody else on a race to the moon. So if you have an interest in this sort of thing or management games in general, I think it's something you can check out with some caveats for the interface and whatnot. So that's all I have for today. Till next time, bye now.